Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. Happy Hump Day. We're on episode 40, the big 40. So before I get into what the topic is and all of that good stuff, let me just go ahead and say that this episode is not kid friendly. I repeat, this episode is not kid friendly. So pause it, put your headphones in, save it for later, do whatever you need to do. But again, this episode is not kid friendly. So now that that is out of the way, this episode is dedicated to the men. Okay, so I told the men on my social media, if you follow me, you saw it, to inbox me because I had a question for them. It was a 3-part question, and of course it's a sexual question. So the topic that we are going to be discussing today is oral sex. So grab a glass of your favorite drink and let's get on into it. So there are going to be parts that I am going to be reading what people said because so it was 3 questions. The first one was, do you eat pussy? The second one was, do you do it for your pleasure, meaning you love it? Do you do it for hers, or you do it for both? And then the third one was for you to describe with detail how you do it, like how you like to eat it. So I asked people, when they inboxed me, I asked them all 3 questions. And I let them know, like, for the third one, if it's easier for you, you can send me a voice note to my email. A few of you did that. The other ones typed it. So I'm going to have to, like, skim through and read what they said. Because some of them, like, the first few people who inboxed me, I told them, like, from start to finish. And they went into detail. So I'm going to have to skim through because I'm not going to read all the extra stuff, like you like to suck on their titties, like kiss their stomach and all. I might include the stomach because, I got one. So I might include that part. But yeah, so I'm going to read some responses and then I'm just going to insert some voice notes. And then I'm going to tell y'all how I like mine ate. And yeah. So one person said that he likes to give it long strokes with his tongue. He slips his tongue down into her canal and circles it with his tongue. He traces the alphabet over her entire pussy till he locks in on her clit. He sucks it, tickles it, teases it, and slurps it. Then he applies pressure to her clit and he goes for the knockout. He drags his heavy tongue back and forth over her clit till she's a shaking mess. So another person said, I take her clit into my mouth and massage it with my tongue. With each stroke, I add a bit of suction. I pull back and massage her lips with my hand. As she gets really wet, I take her clit back into my mouth and slide my fingers slowly inside her. As I massage her clit with my tongue, I stroke my fingers in and out and caressed her breasts with my other hand. So for this one, I'm going to read everything that he said because I read it and I liked it. So he said, so I like to eat the pussy from the back. Her bent over, kind of close to the edge of the bed so I can kneel or stand. I normally start with a very light kiss on her lips and clit, which normally turns into sucking on both. There's always a point when you can tell she is eager for more, and this is when I change it up a bit and put both of my thumbs on either side of her lips and really start to lick more firmly between her lips. From there, I like to slide my tongue inside and get as far as I can with the width of my tongue, licking in and out and rolling my tongue from side to side. After a while, I slide my thumb in and put a little downward pressure and thrust in and out with my tongue until she orgasms or her thighs start to shake. If her thighs start to shake, I lay her on her back and continue the thrusting of my tongue along with my 2 fingers. Either way, my beard is usually soaked and I love it. Person number 4 said, I like to kiss around the area, fupa area, thighs, then go back to the lips and spread them apart. Usually start with the finger, get it warmed up while the clit wakes up. Once I find a good spot, I go back and forth between sucking and licking the clit. Once I know she's feeling good and close, I keep up whichever one I'm doing, licking or sucking, and lock her legs in place so she can't run. Also said if I'm feeling extra froggy, I'll kind of go to the side and grab her throat while she's coming. So this is person number 5, and they pretty much said that you get ate off the bone like oxtails, okay? Only if you practice good hygiene. So they said when I eat, I do a few range of motions. One being, I like to literally fuck with my tongue. I stick it out to its capacity and slide it until I'm chin deep. Another one, my go-to is flicking. This is where my goal is to own you and have your clit up against the ropes, metaphorically speaking. I like the reaction of her holding on for dear life as her clit is being speed bagged. To conclude, this is one where I take time. I slowly drag my tongue over the entire vulva, making out. I hug her thighs, suck on her clit firmly, and wait for the gush to fill my mouth. The palming of the back of my head and the arched back tells me all I need to know. So the 6th person said, I get to your thighs and I take my time kissing your thighs and licking them. Then I finally get to your pussy. Just start kissing it slowly, then licking around the clit to tease you a bit, before finally gently sucking on the clit. Then when you shaking and moaning, I'll slide my finger in first, then 2, so you go crazy, and then I'll eat you till you come. So number 7 did not hold back with the details, and y'all know I'll be here for the details. So he said, well, I like to start slow, lay her on her back, and have her hold her legs back for me, and just lay my tongue on it from the bottom and lick up to her clit. I like it messy, so I'll start to kiss on her clit nice and slow and work my way into sucking on it nice and soft, letting my tongue slide up and down between the clit and her already wet pussy. Push my face in it and start stroking her with my tongue, hands gripping her ass, sliding up and down her body till I feel her hands on my head, tongue moving side to side, up and down. Stop, put her clit in my mouth and play with it with my tongue going around and around just to watch her squirm. Slide one finger inside while I eat and play and watch the mess she makes leaking down my beard. Her eyes closed, head back, going and going till I feel her come on my tongue. Also said most of the time I like to slide my tongue in her ass too. So number 8 said that they pretty much do what their homegirls told them to do, which is focus on the clit, the number 1 priority. So before I read the rest of what he said, because what he said after that was really good, but me, I have not always been like a clit girl. I'm honestly not a clit girl, honestly. I like for you to like switch it up, because depending on how you're playing with my clit and all of that, like I don't just want you to lick on it, you know, I want you to suck it too, you know, all of that. Because if I'm not really enjoying it kinda, or it's like, I guess you could say my clit gets used to what you're doing, and so it starts to tickle, and then I no longer want you down there, because it's like, okay, it's not pleasing anymore. I shouldn't be laughing while you're giving me head. So I think it depends on the woman. I would say definitely switch it up, but from the rest of what you said after that, you seem to be on point. So he said, but I'm a teaser, so I'll kiss slash lick her thighs, blow on it. Once I get the teasing out the way, I usually toy around with the lips, so I keep her on her toes. I also tend to lick, suck, kiss, and even moan while I'm eating her, so I can drive her crazy. I like to tell her how good she tastes, tell her to look me in my eyes while I eat it, finger her and stimulate her G spot while I'm stimulating the clit. I also read your body language to peep what really gets her going. And I usually like to do all of that until she creams or squirts. And I usually like to keep going until her legs get to shaking and she can barely speak. That's when I lay the pipe. So now that I've gotten the reading out of the way, on to the fun part, although that was fun for me too, it encouraged me to probably read my erotic stories up here because I said I wanted to, but that's another topic. But I have 3 voice notes if I'm not mistaken, so I'm going to insert those now.
Now this is hard because I like to eat pussy in multiple kind of ways. From the back is very, very recently started to become my favorite, but we'll keep things simple and just say she's laying on her back with her legs spread, my meal waiting before me. Um, I like to start with teases, kissing down their stomach, kissing up their thighs. Not immediately going for it, but yeah, just planting kisses around their lips, on their clit. It's very light. Just to get them wanting just a little bit more. Then I start to work my tongue into it, quite literally, licking between their lips, flicking it over their clit. Sorry, my mouth is watering just a little bit. But, just a little bit of that before I start to, really put my mouth on their pussy and start sucking. Mm. But yeah, I like to suck, and while I'm sucking, you use my tongue to make little circles or try and spell things out on their clit. Um, that's basics. I'd probably say also recently I've started to try and put my tongue inside, slip my tongue inside, just move that around, work that around a little. I really just think when you're eating pussy, you have to make it just a little bit messy, a little bit sloppy, not like saliva running down the butthole or anything like that, but you, you gotta you, you gotta make sure you're into it. Oh, and don't even get me started. I love, love, love a squirter. Mm. Having your face squirted on, mm, is no feeling like it. That'll change you. That'll do some things to you.
So now that we in it and this juice is running down my beard, man, the goal is to see if you're going to let me fuck you with my fingers and my tongue at the same time. And if you allowing that, then, man, we're going to have a good time. Because I'm going to start with one finger, and if that's good, I'm going to add another finger, and then I'm going to slowly lick your butt and slide a finger in there too. Because, man, the goal is to make you squirt. If I can make you come and squirt while I'm eating your pussy, then, man, when I give you this dick, it's going to be fire. It's going to be great. And you're going to take a nap when we finish. So I don't eat it the same way every time. I first got to figure out if I'm going to put her on her back, or I'm going to eat it from the back, or she going to sit on my face. Either way, I feel like my face going to be all the way in it. You know what I mean? So if she not wet yet, then the whole goal is to try to get her stimulated so I can feel it. Cause man, I ain't eating it right if it ain't running down my beard. You feel me? So first, I really just open it up so I can see it all, and then I start with the clit with kisses and small licks, and I kind of lick everywhere until I feel like, we can move to the next phase, and I'm gonna just start sucking that mug. If it can get in my mouth, then I'm gonna suck it no matter what, and that's in any position really.
I don't beat around the bush, no pun intended. I spread the lips apart, slide my tongue across the clit several times, and depending on her reaction, whether it's hard, medium, or soft strokes of my tongue. I have a gap between my teeth, so if she has a small clit, then I'll slide it between there. Taking great care because the clitoris is very sensitive. Slide my tongue inside of her, tasting her sweet juices, then back to her clit. If she's okay with it, I'll slide 2 fingers inside and start to rub her G-spot. I go back to my tongue, stroking across her clit, and depending on what her reaction is, whether I continue to hard or soft strokes with my tongue. And I keep that up consistently until her body starts to tense up. And while sucking on her clit, I also play with her nipples. Some women nipples are very sensitive. And I keep stroking across her clit, playing with her nipples until she orgasms. The part I like the most is when she orgasms and it's so intense that she tries to run away, and I hold her down and continue to stroke my tongue across her clit. I just enjoy the convulsions her body has when she starts to come in my mouth.
So personally, the way I eat pussy is I like to do a little foreplay that leads to the eating. So I will kiss my way down her body or kiss my way up her body, whether that means up her leg, nibble on her thigh, or kiss my way down her chest and stomach, and eventually end up on her pussy. And from there, what I like to do is I like to run my tongue between the lips so that she can feel me and feel my tongue, and then I run it back up in the opposite direction. I take my lips and I wrap them around the clit while I suck and pull to provide a little pressure. I use my tongue to lick underneath the hood and lick the entire clit. I like to do that for a bit and then run my tongue back down between the lips and slowly insert my tongue inside her as I lick up to taste her and lick down. And I continue until I've had my fill. I am a holder. I will hold you down. I will take more and take more and take more until you have nothing left to give, and then I will still take more until I'm satisfied.
So I just wanted to say thank y'all for participating. It was a lot trying to save y'all voice notes, find y'all messages, and read them. But thank y'all so much for participating. And some of y'all know how to, well, I'm going to say all of y'all know what y'all doing or whatever. And some of y'all have some really nice voices too. Y'all know I'm a voice girl. But, yeah, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I would love to see y'all in action. I don't know why that is on my mind. Excuse my voice, I'm still coughing under the weather. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So, for me, like I said, a few little voice notes ago, I like my clit being licked on or whatever. It's cool. But I feel like you gotta do a little more than just like flick it. I want you to suck on it, open it up. The little regular licks and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like I want to be running from you. Like, if I'm running from you and you gotta hold me in place, you doing the right stuff. Like, you doing good. I feel like I should be running from you. And if it's really good, baby, I'm going to squirt, okay? I am. I'm going to squirt. I love to squirt. And I love it when a dude can make me squirt. Not saying that anything is wrong with you if you cannot, but when a dude is giving me head, like, I remember the first time where I squirted from head, I was like in awe, because I was just like, damn, I didn't even know this was possible. But yeah, he did his thing down there. But the thing with that is, when you make me squirt from something, I expect it every single time. But I feel like, maybe some people might have a little off day, can't make you squirt every time, which is cool. But yeah, you need to tear this thing up. I feel like your face should be all in it. To be real, I feel like your face should be extremely wet. If you have a beard, it should be dripping, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, rub your face in it. I should be getting tongue fucked. Like, I should feel your tongue like going up and down on my whole back up to my clit. Like, that's what I should be feeling. It should be no reason that my hole has not been licked, has not had a finger in it or anything. And even if you're not the type to put your tongue in it or whatever, at least put some fingers in there and, fuck me with your fingers while you sucking on my clit. Like, that'll get me going. For real. Like, I like that. But just to stay on my clit, I have never really been a clit girl. It might feel good in the beginning, but eventually it's like, okay, especially if you're doing the same tongue movements or whatever, I'm not gonna like it. So yeah, I feel like you definitely have to switch it up. But I did like what you guys said in y'all voice notes or y'all messages, though. Like I said, I kind of want to see y'all in action, but I know I can't. But part of me is just like, I would like to see that done. Getting ate from the back is it's up there. I haven't really sat on that many faces. Yeah, so I can't really say much about that. Like, it's cool or whatever. I do like to be in my bag. I would not mind, like, getting ate from the back and then, you just slide your dick on up in there and fuck me. Like, I'm cool with that too. Yeah. So, thank y'all for your voice notes. I really enjoyed them. And I think I did a good job reading them, especially with my voice and all. But yeah, so I guess y'all can really, do what it do with y'all tongues or whatever. And shout out to the men who put their whole face in it, who are just like, no, my beard need to be dripping. I like it sloppy and all of that. Now let me say this, because even when I am giving head, I don't I'm not like a sloppy kind of girl, you know, because I feel like I can get the job done without all the extra spit running down your asshole and all of that, which some men like that. Some men love that. They love to face fuck you and have your mouth full of bubbles and shit. Like, that's what they like. I'm not that girl, you know, but I have watched porn like that. I really like, when it comes to porn, I love head videos. Yeah, I miss Pornhub when it comes to that, but I'm not that girl. I mean, your dick is not going to be dry, it's going to be wet or whatever. But yeah, I don't want it too messy. Like, I don't need your, for one, don't spit on me. Do not spit on me. For then I feel like if you have to spit on my vagina, are you really doing what you need to do? If you have to spit on it to wet it up a little bit, are you really doing what you need to do? In my opinion, you're not, if you gotta spit on it. But yeah, I don't want, like, it extra wet down there. Like, with you giving me head. You don't have to make it real messy, sloppy, slippery. Like, you don't have to do all that. You really don't. I don't need to feel your saliva running down my ass cheeks and all of that. Like, when I get up, it's super wet, but it's mainly from your spit. Like, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. It's very uncomfortable, but put some fingers in there. Like, put your whole face in it. And you can tell when a man really enjoys eating pussy, like he's doing it for his pleasure and not just so you can give him head. Because, honey, he is going to be eating that thing like it is his last meal. Like, he has not eaten in years. That's what he is going to do. He's going to put his face in it. I mean, try to slurp the fucking juices out of there. That's what that man is going to do. And I feel like that's the type of man I like. Use your tongue on every inch of me. That's what I like. I feel like we have to do more episodes like this, but I don't know what it is with trying to get the women to participate. Like, it's so difficult. But the men, y'all be on it. Shout out to y'all. Like, y'all be on it. This is why I rock with y'all and not these women. But yes, y'all be on it. I didn't even tell y'all what the topic was or whatever. All I said was, men, I have a question. I need y'all to slide in my inbox. Like, that's it. And y'all came on over. But if I asked women a question on my social media like a few days ago, nobody said a word. Nothing. But thank y'all, man, because I would like to do one for the ladies, you know, asking them what they like as far as whatever. And, you know, put their responses up here. But I don't know. Right now, the men are killing it, especially when it comes to my listeners. It's mainly men. So, which is not surprising to me. I feel like it's easy to pull in the opposite sex, you know, and plus, I know a good amount of men. So, yes. But if you did do a voice note or, you know, typed how you like to eat pussy or whatever, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. And we're going to do this again. So, be looking out for it. And to those of you that were not able to send a voice note or type anything, or you just didn't see it, it depends on what social media I put it on, because I did not put this on Facebook, and I know some people listen or are friends with me on Facebook who listen to my podcast, but I did not put this on Facebook because I don't know. I just didn't. But I'm going to do it next time. Of course, not say what it is that I need you to answer on the post. So pretty much do it how I did it with this one. Just tell the men to inbox me or whatever. So I will try to put it on Facebook next time For those of you that do listen to my podcast and you're friends with me on Facebook or whatever, and you wanted to possibly participate, because I didn't want to reach out to anybody and be like, can you tell me how you eat? And then they looking at me like, girl, what? So I didn't want to do that. But next time I will make sure that I post it on all of my social medias so nobody will miss out. But then again, that is why I tell you guys to follow me on my social media platforms. Like, certain things, certain posts or whatever, I'm not going to put on Facebook. Like, yeah, I feel like Facebook is like a family site. So it's certain things I won't put on Facebook that I'll put on Snapchat. Or certain things that I will put on Twitter that I won't put on Snapchat or whatever. So yeah, you have to follow me on my social media platforms or whatever. But they are listed below in the description box. So yeah, you should be able to find them. If you go to like where all of my episodes are listed, you should be able to find my social medias. But if not, you can always reach out to me and I will give them to you. No problem. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. Thank y'all for all of y'all voice notes and messages. This episode could not have been done without y'all, so I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow me. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to follow me on my podcast. Follow my journey. We are 40 episodes in, y'all, and it's only up from here. Yeah. Make sure that you rate, make sure you share, make sure you comment, do my polls on Spotify and Spotify only. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.